The world does not care how good your intentions are. It does not care how kind your heart is, how many times you have been betrayed, or how badly you want things to work out. And if you do not become stronger, the world will slowly teach you a lesson you never wanted to learn. Being a good person is not enough to survive a difficult life. You can be kind and still be disrespected. You can be loyal and still be betrayed. You can give everything to someone and still be abandoned when you need them most. You can work hard and still fail. You can have dreams and still watch years disappear while you remain exactly where you started. That is why you need to become ruthless. But understand what ruthless really means. It does not mean becoming cruel. It does not mean hurting people. It does not mean losing your heart. Real ruthlessness means becoming unwilling to betray yourself. It means being ruthless with your excuses, ruthless with your distractions, ruthless with your laziness, ruthless with the habits that keep destroying your future, and ruthless with the people who repeatedly disrespect the boundaries you were too afraid to enforce. Because life will constantly give you a choice. Comfort now or strength later. Most people choose comfort. They avoid difficult conversations. They postpone their goals. They tolerate disrespect because they are afraid of being alone. They stay inside familiar situations, even when those situations are destroying them. Then one day, they look back and realize something painful. Their life did not fall apart in one dramatic moment. They abandoned themselves slowly, one excuse at a time, one compromise at a time, one wasted day at a time, one opportunity at a time. And that is how weakness becomes a lifestyle. So stop asking, why is life doing this to me? Start asking, what is this trying to build inside me? That question changes everything. Because the moment you stop seeing every obstacle as an attack, you begin seeing obstacles as training. Rejection can train you. Failure can train you. Loneliness can train you. Discipline can train you. Even betrayal can train you if you are willing to learn from it. But there is one thing you must never do. Do not turn your pain into your identity. Something happened to you. That does not mean it has to define you. Someone rejected you. That does not mean you are worthless. Someone betrayed you. That does not mean you can never trust again. You failed. That does not mean you are a failure. You lost. That does not mean you are finished. Pain is an event. Do not make it your identity. There will be people who misunderstand you. Let them. There will be people who criticize you. Let them. There will be people who leave when you finally start respecting yourself. Let them leave. Not everyone who walks away from you is a loss. Sometimes losing access to you is simply the consequence of someone refusing to respect you. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to explain yourself endlessly. And you do not need to prove your worth to people who have already decided not to see it. A person who knows their value does not spend their entire life begging other people to recognize it. This is where real strength begins. You must become ruthless about what you allow into your life. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your time. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone deserves your attention. And not everyone deserves another chance simply because they apologize. You can forgive someone and still walk away. You can wish someone well and still choose distance. You can love someone and still refuse to destroy yourself for them. That is not hatred. That is self-respect. And sometimes self-respect will feel like loneliness before it feels like peace. You may have to walk away from people you once considered important. You may have to stop participating in habits your friends consider normal. You may have to disappoint people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. You may even have to become unfamiliar to the person you used to be. Let that happen. Growth often feels like losing yourself before you realize you are actually becoming yourself. And understand something even deeper. You cannot build a powerful life while constantly negotiating with your weaknesses. If you know something is destroying you, stop giving it another excuse. If you know you need to wake up earlier, wake up. If you know you need to train, train. If you know you need to study, study. If you know you need to leave something behind, leave. You do not need to feel motivated first. Discipline means doing what must be done, even when your emotions disagree. Your feelings are real, but they are not always reliable. Some days you will feel powerful. Some days you will feel exhausted. Some days you will believe in yourself. Other days you will question everything. If your actions depend on your mood, your future will always be unstable. Discipline gives you something motivation cannot: consistency. And consistency is what transforms an ordinary person into someone extraordinary. You do not need to change your entire life tonight. You need to stop betraying yourself today. Keep one promise to yourself, then another, then another. Wake up when you said you would. Finish what you started. Put the phone away. Do the work. Train your body, control your words. Protect your attention. And slowly, something inside you will change. You will begin trusting yourself again. And that may be one of the most powerful forms of confidence there is. Not believing you are better than everyone else, but knowing that when life becomes difficult, you will not abandon yourself. Because the world may test you, people may disappoint you, plans may fail, doors may close. But if you have discipline, self-respect, and control over your mind, you can rebuild. And that is where your real transformation begins. Eventually, life will test everything you thought you were strong enough to handle. It will test your patience. It will test your discipline. It will test your relationships. It will test your identity. And when that day comes, you will not need to be fearless. You only need to refuse to quit. Because courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward while fear is still present. There will be mornings when you do not feel motivated. There will be nights when you question whether your effort is even worth it. There will be moments when everyone around you seems to be moving forward while you feel completely stuck. Those moments will tempt you to return to your old life. Do not. The old version of you was comfortable, but comfort was never the reason you started changing. You started because somewhere inside yourself, you knew you were capable of more. So stop waiting until you feel ready. You may never feel ready. The person you want to become is built by doing difficult things before you feel prepared to do them. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you become stronger. Every time you choose silence over a pointless argument, you become stronger. Every time you walk away from disrespect, you become stronger. Every time you keep going after failure, you become stronger. And eventually, you will look back at the person who once begged for approval and realize that person is gone. Not because you became cold, because you became grounded. You stopped needing everyone to understand you. You stopped explaining every decision. You stopped chasing people who were comfortable losing you. You stopped competing for attention. You stopped looking outside yourself for permission to become who you were meant to be. That is when the world begins losing its power over you. Because the world can take possessions, it can take opportunities, it can take relationships, it can take comfort. But if you have trained your mind, it cannot take your ability to rebuild. And that is the ultimate goal. You are not trying to create a life where nothing goes wrong. You are trying to become someone who knows what to do when something goes wrong. Storms are inevitable. Your preparation is not. Pain is inevitable. Your response is not. Failure is inevitable. Quitting is a choice. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control what happens inside you after it happens. So become ruthless, not toward people, toward weakness, not toward the world, toward your excuses, not toward your heart, toward the habits that keep your heart trapped in the same cycle. Become ruthless about your time, ruthless about your focus, ruthless about your standards, ruthless about your future. Because your future is being created by what you tolerate today. Every distraction has a price. Every excuse has a price. Every wasted day has a price. And the price is usually paid by the person you will become tomorrow. Do not make that person suffer for the decisions you are too comfortable making today. You have more control than you think. Maybe you cannot control who leaves, but you can control whether you chase them. Maybe you cannot control who betrays you, but you can control whether betrayal turns you into someone bitter. Maybe you cannot control failure, but you can control whether failure becomes your final chapter. Maybe you cannot control the world, but you can control yourself, and mastering yourself is where real power begins. So when life becomes difficult, do not immediately ask for an easier life. Ask for a stronger mind. Ask for deeper discipline. Ask for greater patience. Ask for the courage to face what you have been avoiding, because sometimes the obstacle is not standing between you and your destination. Sometimes the obstacle is preparing you for it. The pressure is building you. The loneliness is teaching you. The rejection is redirecting you. The failure is educating you. The struggle is strengthening you. But only if you refuse to waste it. Remember this. You are not here to avoid every storm. You are here to become someone who can walk through storms without losing direction. And when the world tries to break you, do not become cruel. Become disciplined. Do not become bitter. Become wiser. Do not become heartless. Become stronger. Do not destroy yourself trying to prove yourself. Build yourself until proof is no longer necessary. Let people underestimate you. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt you. You have work to do. Your life does not need an audience. Your transformation does not need applause. Your discipline does not need recognition. Work quietly. Grow quietly. Heal quietly. Become powerful quietly. And one day, your life will speak so loudly that you will no longer need to explain yourself. The world will keep testing you. Let it. You are no longer the person who collapses every time something goes wrong. You are becoming the person who bends, learns, adapts, and rises again. That is what ruthlessness really means. It means refusing to give your future to your weakest impulses. It means refusing